Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menen from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would talk to you about emotional energy and our moods and the vibrational energy that we're putting out from ourselves. So, I thought I'd give you an example since I'm speaking to a lot of people that are talking about less than comfortable experiences, oftentimes in couples. And in those situations, of course, this can happen with parent child, this can happen with friendships. But what I'm hearing about is one person is saying that I can't get into a good mood because this person keeps on doing this. And I think we've all been in those situations. And I want to bring it back to a bit of where our own minds are, where our own energy is, where our own emotions are, and direct your energy to that. So, in this example, think about if there is a couple who is arguing about something. Something has gone not so right, and oftentimes, if one is angry, the other will be angry too. Although there can be situations when one is outwardly aggressive and the other person is passive aggressive. So, in that, one seems very quiet and one seems very loud. And both of them are actually resonating on the same energy frequency. So, it's the same low vibrational energy. High vibrational frequencies are things like happiness, joy, contentment, peace, love, ease. So, everything that's on that more positive perspective or spectrum is actually in a higher vibration. And everything that falls into anger, irritability, frustration, sadness, grief, all of those are in a lower vibrational frequency. And inevitably, we all find ourselves in one or the other or both throughout our days and our weeks, our lives. And unless we are actually mindfully attentive to where are we won't understand what is happening in our environment too, which we are also shaping. So imagine this couple is arguing. They're arguing and they're not agreeing on something. And what's the simplest thing that can happen in that situation that tells us how easy it is to get out of that energy? Let's say the phone rings. So if the phone rings and it happens to be someone you have to speak to, guess what happens? From that angry energy comes the hello. And so many people do this, or it could be someone that's come to the door and you open the door and say, oh, hi there. And it's a very different energy than the energy that was being spent with the person that you were arguing with. So if you look at that, you can wonder why, how is that possible? The energy of any situation, any experience is always where you last left it. So if your argument was heated or not, let's say it was just a low vibrational, heavy discussion, when the person leaves from the door or when the phone call finishes, you can get right back into that space of, and you did this, or why didn't you do this, or why didn't you say this, or why did you say this, or whatever the space is that you're coming from or the other person is coming from. And if the other person is even in a passive aggressive state, they'll stay in that space quietly controlling, right? One person is loudly and controlling. So either way, it's a controlling energy and it's a low vibrational energy. So, unless you know where you are at and where you choose to be at, you can't shift it. So, remember with whether the person on the phone or the person at the door, why is it that the energy was different? And people would say, oh, because it's that person and they're not like that with me. Well, it's true because the vibrational energy with another person is going to be completely different than the vibrational energy in this particular space because this particular space is holding a lot of energy about something that's probably fed and thought about and considered and then spoken about and felt. And so it's a strong energy, even if it's in a low vibrational level. And the person at the door or on the phone, there is no particular energy fed at that time. And so it's very easy to have a very easy conversation with them. So then we can see that in a moment, we can change the perspective of our mind and our focus to get into a good, higher vibrational frequency. So I would love for you today to pay attention to what is happening in your vibrational energy. What kind of energy are you experiencing inside you, which then is coming out outside of you? Now, you'll notice that if you are in a really, really great space and you are leaving your house with a wonderful energy. You are in a very high vibrational frequency. You're feeling love and happiness, and you're enjoying the sunshine, and everything seems wonderful. And you run into a friend who is going through a really not good day. That friend tells you something about their day that has been very disappointing. And your automatic response might be, I'm really sorry that happened for you. And just that response is going to lift their energy just a little bit. So, from where they were, by hearing your compassionate comment, they're going to lift up a little bit. But if you left the house really upset yourself and really not happy or really angry or really frustrated, and you go out and you meet that same friend who tells you the same information, you're more likely to respond with, wow, I can't believe that's happening for you. I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. That must be awful. It's easier for you to resonate with their energy. So you're closer in a vibrational frequency to that same energy. It's only when you are at your best that you can choose to keep yourself, what Eckhart Tolle would call present, being present, that no matter what happens around you or even within you, you're able to maintain the space of being in that higher energy, that higher vibrational frequency. And this is more easy than you think. The only thing is it often requires a little bit of mind training. So you know that this is what I work with. And if you ever need help from me, you can always email me at hanifahelps@gmail.com. And otherwise, I hope that you will pay attention to where you are resonating your vibrational energies, because what you're picking up from someone else is going to be the dominant energy if that's what shapes your reaction. If what nothing is shaping your reaction, nothing can happen outside of you, that's your dominant excellent space energy. If you're in a dominant energy of less than happy space or less than good or grief stricken or angry or frustrated, that can often be the dominant energy in any interaction you have. So even if you meet someone who's in a good energy, if they're just feeling kind of good and you're in that really dominant, strong energy of not feeling good, they're going to feel a little less good by running into you. And if you're in that little bit of not so good energy, someone else is in a dominant energy of really not good, you'll be pulled into their energy. If someone else that you meet is in a fantastic energy and you run into them and you're just in a kind of good energy, you know how much you can be lifted in terms of your own vibrational space. The same thing will happen if you're in just a little bit of a not so good energy and you meet someone who's in a really not good energy, you're going to be pulled into their dominant energy. So whoever is dominant or whatever is most dominant in the energy around you is what you will be drawn into, unless you're consciously and mindfully aware of where you choose to be. So let me know if you need any help. If not, I hope you work on this yourself so that you know that no matter who you meet or what experience you have in life, there is something for you to learn from it. I wish you a wonderful day ahead, and I hope you remember, turn that frown upside down. Have a great day, everyone.